working. It does not feel like it's working. If you hear the voice of the Lord, when God talks, basically, it helps you to be reassured. It's basically like, so when you hear the voice of God, it's reassurance to help you keep going, and that's what God was doing here. Because if you notice, God's repeating the same things He told him already. Verse 18. Now therefore walk before me and be perfect and keep my commands. Sorry for the dog that is barking. I don't want to pay attention. For to thee and to thy seed I will give this land for an inheritance, from the river Mitzrayim unto the great river Euphrates. And thou shalt come to thy fathers in peace and in good age. And the fourth generation shall reach the land, and shall inherit it forever. Fourth generation. And Abraham built an altar, and he called upon the name of the Lord who appeared to him. And he brought up sacrifices upon the altar to the Lord. At that time, Abraham returned and went to Haran to see his father and mother, and his father's household. And Abraham and his wife, and all belonging to him, returned to Haran. And Abraham dwelt in Haran 5 years. Okay. And many of the people of Haran, about 72 men, followed Abraham, and Abraham taught to them the instructions of the Lord and his ways. And he taught them to know the Lord. Let me just give you a very small example of this. I'm not going to lie. I'm currently at 440 followers right now. But when I started this particular podcast and everything, I think we're still about 100 and something. Yeah, we're about 100 and something. And looking at, there was one particular time I remember, I think it was the beginning of this year, close to the ending of last year, and suddenly, when God asked me to start this book of Jasher, I remember one particular night, from nowhere, there's no permission or anything, people just started following. These people might not seem like a big number to you, but I, that serve the Lord, I know they are, because of the lives that are going to be touched. From nowhere, about 30 people just followed. When I saw that, I knew it was God's sign. God was basically bringing people here because He wants them to know and read His word. Because there are some people that work better with reading the word of God when they hear audio or video. So God knew what He was doing, and there are some hidden secrets in these books. Because even when we're still done with Jasher, what they call Jubilees, Enoch, and some of the other ones, we're still going to, if by God's grace, if God permits, I'm still going to read parts of the Bible because this is still the Bible, but read parts of the Bible that God permits me to. So God was already bringing people here already. And that's the same thing that you notice that God is doing for Abraham. It's one of the reasons why I do not bother about the amount of views that each video gets. Because for the people that are watching this video right now, the video at this point gets about average to 30 views, 20, 15, 40, barely 100. But God has told me one thing, that at this right time, He will be the one to promote. All I should just keep doing is keep posting. And I trust Him because I know He's His Father. Father is the one that does everything.